Hello everyone and welcome to this week's dance class. So we are looking at Minibeasts at the moment. Last week we looked at insects, which is a type of mini beast, and this week we're looking at crustaceans, and crustaceans are really interesting because they often live in the sea. So we're looking at lots of sea creatures today and some that live on land as well, and they're slightly different to insects, so we're going to talk about those. So last week insects, this week crustaceans. Can you say crustaceans? Crustaceans is a good word, isn't it? Good. So first of all, we're going to do a warm-up. We're going to do our musical statues, and when the music stops, you are going to think about different levels. So we have got our high level. I want you to make a really interesting shape on a high level, as high as you can go. A middle level, which is our level here, sort of middle level-ish, normal-ish level, the way maybe if we're standing where our arms are, and then a low level right down to the floor. You can be super flat, you can be super small, but I want you to show me a really creative shape on one of these levels: high, medium and low. Okay, so when the music stops, different levels, I'll call them out. Are you ready? Are you steady? And dancing in between, you can do whatever you like. Ready? Here we go. Keep dancing. And show me a really high level. Hold that shape, anything you like, really, really high. Hold it. Can you be super, super still on a high level? I'm going to turn the music on. Don't move, don't move. Here we go. Go! Okay, low level. Right down on the floor. Something really interesting. Can be anything you like, but low level on the floor. Good. Hold that shape. Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Here we go. Okay, show me a middle level. Something on the middle level. What could we do? Nothing too high, nothing too low. We can do a big stretchy arm one. Good. Super, super still. If I was there, I'd be walking around giving you a sticker. Well done. Okay, here we go. Oh, my music, come back. Hold on, keep holding your shape. Here we go. Okay, keep holding, keep holding. Keep going. Do some turns. One, here we go. Okay, can you show me a low level again? I think let's do an interesting low level. I'm going to do a super twisty low level this time. What can you do on the floor? Really, really low, low level. Good. Well done. Good. So hopefully your heart's going. Take some deep breaths. Well done. And we're going to bring back our friends. We have got our traffic light ducks. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. So do you remember these from last time? We have red, which means freeze. And again, because this is a dance class, we're going to freeze in an interesting position. We've just practiced those, haven't we? So any position you like, any level you like this time. This is something really interesting, but you have to absolutely freeze because red means stop. Good. We have our friend yellow duck here, and she means you're going to jump. Now you can do any kind of jump you like. You can do star jumps, okay, you can do hopping jumps, but you have to jump on the spot. Okay, so that is yellow is jumping, jump, 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 and green means go. Okay, so you can do little jogging around the space if you've got room, okay, but be careful of things around you, or you can jog on the spot if you haven't got much space because you don't want to knock anything over. So green means Go. Run around the space. Da, 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 da. Or just jog on the spot. Okay, yellow means jumping. Okay, so we're getting ready to go. We do our star jumps. Good. Or we can do our little jumps from side to side. And our red means stop. Freeze where you are. You and you and you. Okay, freeze in an interesting shape. Anything you like. Every time we freeze, see if you can do a different one to the last shape that you were in. Good. Are we ready? I'm going to mix them up. I don't even know which one it's going to be. It is this one. Yellow. Jumping. Here we go. Jumps. Jump. 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 Good. We are going to get super fit. Next time I see you, you'll be super, super, super fit. Ready? Well done. Keep jumping. We're going to go green. Go, go, go. Jogging around the space. Keep breathing, or if you haven't got space, jog on the spot. Well done. Run for miles. Good. And we're going to freeze. Oh, freeze. Yes, you. Freeze. Good. Any shape you like. I'm going to go for something on a high level, I think. Hold that one. Super, super still. And yellow. Jumping on the spot. Good. Jumping. Keep jumping. Keep jumping. And we're going to go into a freeze. Another freeze. Another level. Do a middle level this time. Freeze. Good. And go, go, go. From freeze to green. From red to green even. Jogging on the spot. Go, go, go. Jog, jog, jog. Little jog around the space. And we're going to finish on a freeze. Okay, so one more freeze. Show me your best frozen position. Something you haven't done before. And really, really still. Good. Well done. Fantastic. Well done. Well done. Well done. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to call out some crustaceans. So you're going to learn what these crustaceans are. And the first one is going to be lobster. So when I say snappity snap, that means lobster. And I'm going to show you a picture in a minute. And lobsters have amazing big claws. So snappity snap, lobster. Good. Show me your biggest clap so loud wherever you are, I can hear it. Yes, snappity snap, good. If I say crab, you're going to go sideways. So if you can, put your hands on the floor, put your feet on the floor, but we're going to kind of go sideways, travelling like this, because crabs go sideways. So if you can you see if you can go sideways? Good. Backwards and forwards. Again, watch out where you are, try not to knock into anything. Nice, good, scuttling sideways. And our next one is a woodlouse. And a woodlouse, woodlice, they're very small. They've got lots of legs, and I'm going to show you a picture in a minute. And they're going to scuttle everywhere. So, as fast as you can use your hands. Okay, if you want to, you can stand up. You've got to move quite quickly. And they're a bit scratchy, and they move in all directions, all over the place. Good. Well done. My last one is a barnacle. Barnacles are brilliant. I'm going to show you again in a minute. They're teeny tiny little creatures, and they stick to the side of things. So can you stick, a bit like a honey pot, can you stick to anything you like? You can stick to a wall. You can stick to the floor. Good. Stick to anything you like. Okay, so, are you ready? Snappity snap, lobster. Good. We're going to go sticky barnacle. Stick. Good. We're going to go sideways crab. Ready, go. Good. Crabs are quite fast, aren't they, if you've ever seen one running? Well done, only sideways. Good, and a woodlouse, can you do some scuttling all around? Good. Well done. Well done. I'm going to finish on a barnacle. Stick on the floor or wherever you like. Well done. Good. Fantastic. Right, come and take a seat. I'm going to show you some pictures. So, as you know, we are looking at Minibeasts. We looked at insects last week. And these are the mixture of Minibeasts we're going to look at. So last week we looked at some insects, and that included our wasp, didn't it? And our beautiful beetles as well. Do you remember what kind of beetle it was? It was the dung beetle, wasn't it? And what do dung beetles eat? Dung or poo. Ah! Really interesting facts, these little creatures. So this week we're looking at crustaceans. And you can see here, like I said earlier, a lot of them live in the sea. So we've got our sideways crab. This is a very beautiful crab, isn't it? Look at the colour of that, amazing. So we've got this beautiful crab. Do you know what this one is here? That's right, this is a lobster. And they can be really, really, really big. And look, like I said, those big snappy claws that they have there. So we love lobsters, they're really beautiful. We have here a crab, look at this with a shell, another crab. And that's a different kind of crab to this one, and this is the one we're going to look at. This is called a hermit crab. I'm going to talk about that one more in a minute. These are little shrimps. I don't know if you've eaten shrimps or prawns before. So they've got really, really long antennae here, haven't they? And they flick themselves, and that's how they move through the water. And also we have a woodlouse, and this one doesn't live in the sea, but it is a crustacean. And what they have is a brilliant word, exoskeletons. And this means they have an armour all over there on the outside of their body to protect their inside. So they don't have a skeleton like us with bones. They have an exoskeleton, like an armour to protect them. The other interesting thing is they all have lots of segments in their bodies. And if I put this really close, can you see? They've got lots and lots of different segments. You can see here really clearly, and in their lobster as well. So like lots of little parts they're made up of. And they also have these huge antennae. Some have really long ones, and some have pincers at the front as well. And that makes them a crustacean. That puts them into that category. And also they have many legs. So you can see here, lots of legs, teeny tiny legs. That's how they sort of swim. And the crab's got lots of legs, and so is the lobster. So the first one we're going to look at is the lobster. Look, this is huge, this one. So look how big this lobster is. And lobsters keep growing forever. They don't get to an age where they suddenly stop. They will grow and grow and grow and grow until they die or get caught. So they can get really big, lobsters. And also they eat each other. So sometimes lobsters can eat each other, which is a bit strange, isn't it? So that's another fact about them. And also, this is a brilliant fact, they can taste with their legs. So they can have a little feel with their legs at some food, and that's how they taste. Like we taste with our mouths, they can taste with their legs. And they have really, really strong pincers or claws at the beginning. So can you see that's kind of like almost half their body length, isn't it, if you unfold their tail? So lobsters are really interesting, very, very strong claws. This is a hermit crab, and you can see here that hermit crabs are actually a bit more like lobsters because inside the shell is quite a long tail as part of their body. And they can't grow their own shell, so what they have to do is take or borrow from another animal. And it's normally a sea snail shell. So when they get bigger, it's like when you grow out of your shoes, you have to go and buy a new pair of shoes, but they have to go and find another shell. And then they slide their tail in the shell, and then that's their new home. But you have to be really careful because a lot of hermit crabs find either like a plastic container or maybe a bottle top or something like that, and then they think that's a shell, but then the plastic can do quite a lot of damage to them, and lots of hermit crabs die because of that. So that's why we mustn't ever drop plastic or litter on the beach. Got to be very careful about our lovely hermit crabs. Hermit actually means living on your own or being on your own, but hermit crabs are very sociable, and sometimes they can gather in huge, huge groups in the wild and all live together and be very sociable. So our next one is a woodlouse. And these are actually very, very small. I don't know if you've seen them. They're only about that big, and you might have seen them in your house or in the garden. If you lift up an old log, they're often living under there, scuttling around. And there's about 3,500 different types of woodlouse. And this has an exoskeleton here, but when it gets bigger, it grows out of it and sheds it, so leaves it behind, and then another new one grows underneath. Isn't that clever? There's a woodlouse called the pill woodlouse, and this is called a pill because it rolls up into a ball, and then it can roll away, or if a predator's coming, it can roll up into a ball, and then it's really well protected. And here we go, here's another fact. They eat rotten plants, fungi, and guess what else they eat? Yep, their own poo as well. Honestly, woodlouse. So our last one is the barnacle, and these ones are brilliant. These live in the sea, or they live in shallow waters and rock pools. You might have seen one next time you're on the beach. Have a look in a rock pool, and they're teeny, teeny, tiny. They're like about that big. They're really, really, really small, but there can be thousands of them covering rocks and things. And they live inside this small shell, and this top bit closes so no one can get to the creature inside. So if a seagull or another bird comes along and tries to get them, they shut their roof and then nothing can get in. They have a sucker underneath, and this sucks onto things, and then it's really hard to get them off. So it's like a moving house. They can go wherever they like, and then they stay on a surface, and then they can't be taken off very well. So it's really a good, safe house that they live in. And they stick themselves to things like rocks, boats, turtles, whales, and they can travel for miles and miles. So if they're on whales' faces or backs or bodies, they travel wherever the whale travels. So it's quite a good way of seeing the world, really, isn't it? It's like The Whale and the Snail, that Julia Donaldson book. Okay, so we have our woodlouse, we have our hermit crab, and we have our lobster. One last look at them all, and then I'm going to show you a dance that I've made up. So we are going to look at... If my music's a bit too excited today, not quite yet music, we are going to look at some movement that I have created showing a lobster. And I think the big thing I like about the lobsters are the really big snappy claws. So we're going to do our big snaps again. I'm going to do 2 big claps. Ready to show me your claws? So you've seen how big they are. Show me your 2 big claps. I want to hear them. Ready, go. Yes, even louder. Yes, lovely, 2 big claps. Now what I want you to do is we're going to go down to the floor, and I want you to imagine we're a hermit crab, but we've grown too big for our shell. So we're going to wriggle out of this one. We're going to put our tail in a new beautiful shell we found. We're going to tuck ourselves in, and you're going to show me your new shell that we've wiggled into. So we're going to wiggle out of our old one and go, oh, that's too small. We're going to put our tail in our new shell, and we're going to show me your new shell here. Good. So that's our hermit crab. Next, I want you to make yourself into a teeny tiny ball, and we are going to roll around like a woodlouse, like the pill woodlouse. So we're going to roll around. Okay, be very careful. Have a quick look around you. You're not going to knock into anything. And we're going to roll. Whee! We're going to roll away, maybe from something that's trying to get us. Okay, so but we're nice and protected, all rolled up, and our segmented bodies can bend over into a really small ball, and we're going to roll around like that. Good. And finally, we are going to do our friend the barnacle, and we're going to stick to something. So you can stick to whatever you like. You can stick to the floor, you can stick to the wall. Okay, I'm going to pretend this is a boat. I'm imagining I'm sticking to the bottom of a boat, and then I can sail all the way across the sea. Okay, so we have our lobster from the beginning. Show me your 2 claps. Good. We have our hermit crab, so we're going from one shell, wriggling out, into another shell, into our new home. Good. We're going to curl up in a ball and we're going to roll away like a woodlouse. Good. And we're going to finish with our sticky barnacle wherever you want to stick onto. Good. Okay, right, let's try that with the music this time. Okay, and let's bring this one to life. Here we go. Lobster, here we go. Good. Hermit crab. Good. From here, we're going to do our woodlouse. And we're going to finish with our barnacle. Good. Well done. Okay, so this time what I want you to do is you are going to pause me in a second and you are going to have a think about which animals or which crustaceans you want to dance about. Do you want to look at the big snappy lobster? Maybe you could do something with his long antennae here, look, wow. Maybe you could do something about the hermit crab crawling sideways or finding a shell. Maybe you could do something about a woodlouse scuttling around or rolling up into a ball. Maybe you could do something about a barnacle sticking onto the side of things or being very, very teeny tiny. So what I want you to do is have a think, and you are going to create your own little dance phrase using whatever crustaceans you like. So you can add them together or you can pick one and just do a dance about one, whatever you like. Okay, so pause me now. And when you've come back, hopefully you've had a think about your dance. We're going to do a little phrase all together. I'm going to do mine and you're going to show me yours, and we can all dance together with whatever crustaceans dances you've done. Now, if you haven't and it's been a bit too tricky, it doesn't matter at all. You can just do the same as me, that's fine. But if you want to try yours, go ahead, okay? So let me put the music on. Here we go. Okay, ready? All together. Here we go. Okay, great. Well, hopefully you found some good ideas to use for your crustacean dances, and if you need to, you can wind that back and keep playing it if you need more music and more time. So well done. I wish I could see those. I bet those were brilliant dances. Right, do you want to come into the space? We're going to do a little cool down, and what I want you to imagine is we are a little crustacean. I'm imagining a crab or maybe a woodlouse, something like that, and we are going to go over, under and around something, okay? So we're going on a little adventure, and we're going to take some deep breaths in as we go over a rock in the middle of the sea. I'm going to try and step over this rock. Okay, good. Okay, now we've gone over it, we're going to go around it. How can you go around it? As slowly as you can, nice and slowly. And we try rolling around the rock. Okay, all the way around. Good. And finally, we're going to try and go under the rock. So nice and slowly, take a deep breath. And as we go under, you're going to blow out. Good. Can you crawl under? All the way to the other side. Good. Well done. So we've been over, around, as well. Can you give me a big stretch? Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed learning about crustaceans. Can you bring your lobster claws together for me? And can you give yourselves a little clap? you go, a little lobster clap, or maybe like this. Good, can I hear? Well done, fantastic. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.